Week 3 pickers.
Bum, 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 bum.
YouTube Ozzy going. The Goat House is back. Back with Week 3 pick'ems. We're picking every game all year long here during the NFL season. We got you covered here. We also got score predictions, power rankings. You guys know the drill. I think you know the drill by now. We got plenty of action. We're here every Tuesday night making the picks. We're going to take a look at the leaderboard in just a second. You're going to want to follow our Twitter, Constant NFL Action. Constant action on there. We have an Instagram, a podcast, and a Patreon. That Patreon has score predictions from Junior. You got my locks of the week. 10 out of 11 for the locks, the bets of the week last week. So you want to check out those locks. Updated playoff predictions, college football score predictions, plenty more on that Patreon. Link down below, description and comments for anything that you may need there, including that Twitter. Let's take a look at the standings here.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yes. Dan. Big Dan, first place, 27 wins.
Whatever.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty confident, and yeah, feeling pretty confident.
I don't like this new confidence that it's giving them. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking to take the league by storm this year. I think I mentioned before that I was looking at the film, but now we're not looking back. We're moving forward, baby.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly. Right.
I'm in second with 25. Junior and Pigskin tied in third with 23. So they're 2 down from me. I'm 2 down from Dan. And then we look at the viewers leaderboard, which is actually 8 people, one of them being Danny here. 8 people tied with 27. Congrats. And so a lot of people tied for the lead. A lot of people in that Goat House group there. But there is a tiebreaker in there. So to top the tiebreaker, you got Yerk, 1, 2, 3, 27 wins, and good old Henny. Henny's got 27 as well. But again, there are 6 more people, one being Danny, that have the 27 right there. So only been 2 weeks, though. I'm staying confident. But yeah, we're moving
Back to the
on.
picks. Let's do it.
We're moving on to the picks here. Dolphins at Jaguars for Thursday night football. Wow. Just wow. What a game here.
I gotta say.
You gotta say?
The Jags. Put me over the Jags. But wow, was I wrong on them this year.
You're wrong? You're already saying you're wrong?
I was already wrong.
My
on them.
bad.
I thought they were gonna easily be the worst team in the league.
I think a lot of us did.
I tried to tell you guys.
What did you try to tell us?
What did you try to tell us?
Go
Pete?
back. Go look back at the podcast. I
You
don't
just
know
didn't
when
expect
it
me
was.
to do that with no evidence?
Go listen to them all.
Which
I gotta watch
podcast?
I don't know which one specifically.
I'm not going to go through every podcast.
But
right
you guys were like saying no doubt the Jags are the worst team. I started naming off teams like the Dolphins. That could be worse.
It's too early, Pete, to start getting
Come on,
cocky.
Where's
Pete.
Jack?
Pete,
You're
out
in
of
third
control
place
here.
and you're getting cocky. All right.
Yeah,
Out of
Come on,
control.
Pete.
The Jags.
Minshew mania.
Yeah, the Jags did look pretty solid last week, so I'm going to go with the Jags here at home.
Well, it looks like Old Yeller isn't here today, but I have his picks. He's also going with the Jaguars.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
I'm going to take the Jags as well. I mean, they're not tanking, and that's kind of clear.
Not tanking for Trevor?
They're not tanking, it doesn't seem like.
So, Pigskin, Danny, Junior, Old Yeller, all for the Jags. I'm going to take the Jags.
First Goat House guarantee of
How
the
we
week.
doing on the Goat House guarantees? I think we're pretty solid.
We
on
are
it.
17 for 20.
What's that? What's that?
That's
percentages?
85%.
That's a good number.
85% this
All right.
year through week 2.
Bees get degrees, boys.
That's right.
Yes, they do.
All of us for the Jags. Yeah, I like that offense. That offense it's hard to game plan for. It's so quick, so fast. Minshew's throw on the run ability is interesting. Very solid. The Dolphins were moving the ball against a pretty good Bills team. Yeah, they were missing some players, but the Dolphins can move the ball. A couple mistakes, they clean those up. They'll be able to put up points. This actually could be a pretty high-scoring game. So yeah, it's a good one. Could go either way. Looks like all of us are gonna take
All 5 of us.
All 5 of us gonna take the Jags. All right. Take them all off the board. Take them all off the board. We got Bears at Falcons. Let me start here.
I'm gonna go last.
Usually the Bears guys go first.
It's a different year.
It's
Pete.
week 3. It's week 3.
week 3. Come on now.
What?
What is that?
It's week 3. I'm 0-2 on Bears picking against the Bears. I picked against 0-2. So yeah, they're fooling me. They're fooling me for sure. Even though I think both those games could have went either way, but they're getting out with the wins. Look at the Falcons. All right, the Falcons got a top tier offense statistically so far after 2 weeks, but They're 0-2. Why are they 0-2 with scoring that many points? Well, one, I think their defense is a little sloppy. And two, it could be because they played the Seahawks and the Cowboys, two teams that I think we all consider as contenders and two very high-powered offenses. I don't think the Bears have that high-powered offense, but they may have a better defense than those teams, so that could be the factor getting after Matt Ryan. Maybe Robert Quinn. I thought Robert Quinn would have been a good addition for the Falcons, a good fit. Maybe he could make them regret on passing there. But for the reasons I said, I think this is just a different matchup, a better matchup for the Falcons than who they've been playing. So I'm going to take them, but I could be 0-3 on the Bears games after this.
You didn't learn anything, did you?
I didn't learn anything yet, but I'm taking the 0-2 team here. They're home. That helps a bit. And we talked about it last week. You know, you could argue that the Falcons' defense is maybe one of the maybe the worst in football, and that could mean the Bears' offense can get going. But I think we talked about last week where Trubisky, for him, it feels like it doesn't really matter if it's an elite defense or if it's a poor defense. It's just whether he's in his, in that Bisky mode or not. I don't think it really matters the defense. And the Giants-Falcons probably a similar defense there. I just need to see him put a complete game together, and then I might be a little more confident. Let's just say Foles was starting. I'd be picking the Bears.
Really?
I'd be picking the Bears.
Whoa.
Wow. The Bears would be a way more comfortable. I can guarantee this. I can guarantee it. A way more comfortable 2-0 right now.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Yeah, give me the Bears.
You're gonna take the Bears?
Oh, I'm still on the fence.
Well, if you watched my preseason, I guess division predictions, it's not going to make sense. But as a Bears fan, I'm taking the Bears every week, and that goes without question.
So they're going 16-0.
Right. But they're not going to be in first in the division, if this makes sense. In the pick'ems, I'm always going to ride or die with my team. If you're looking for real predictions, in that sense, you're going to go to the preseason.
Well,
but I'm going to ride or die with my Bears here.
Aren't you trying to win, though? Picking the Bears every week?
I'm taking them.
He's just
I can't pick against my team.
Himself.
I can't pick against my
Well,
team.
this is a twofer here. This is a twofer here because if you've been following the channel for a while, we know that Junior does not like the Falcons and will never choose the Falcons.
So
it kind of evens out.
I turned the corner.
Even after
I turned the corner.
I know what happened.
I turned the corner.
I know what happened last week. What happened last week? You just felt so bad that you just forgot about the past. Is that accurate?
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Have you chosen them once this year?
No. Next question.
He's a Falcons hater, boys. I'm
That's
taking the Bears.
Love it, Dan.
He's taking the Bears.
I think.
Oh God.
I think.
That
doesn't sound good.
That's a terrible way to start a sentence.
The Bears could do it. I think the Bears can do it.
No. Hey, Dan, we're doing it.
I know.
We're doing it.
Well, let me tell you what Old Yeller's got. Again, he's not here, but I'm giving you his picks. He's actually guaranteeing a Falcons victory here.
What happens if it doesn't happen?
Then he's removed. So the long-time Goat House picker is going to be removed.
We're going to have to put Old Yeller down?
That was good. We're going to have to put Old Yeller down if he's wrong on this one.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. Nope.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody.
Pete will do it. We'll get Pigskin on
that's
it.
all right. Yeah, I talked about it last week. The Falcons need some type of change over there. It's just the same story.
Pete, the Bears haven't let you down.
It's the same story.
Can I convince you to the Bears? Is it possible for me to convince you?
I didn't even pick you.
Yeah, but is it possible?
Yeah, but Pete, we can tell. We can tell with the tone.
I'm just talking about
Tell them.
last week that the Falcons need to move on from Dan Quinn. It's the same story. They
didn't do it, though.
They blew a 28-3 lead and just blew whatever the lead was for last week. But I'm going to take the Falcons at home.
Come on.
Now let me convince you.
I just don't see the
All right,
Bears.
convince him.
I don't see the Bears going 3-0, and I don't see the Falcons going 0-3.
Mitch looks faster on turf.
He does look faster on turf. He's got a great point
Yeah.
over there.
That's pretty good. What's his completion percentage on turf?
I think he has actually like a good. He probably has
It's a mere 79.
Well, I came across the poor throw percentage today. Only through 2 weeks, so nobody get a little crazy here. But we got Dwayne Haskins in poor throw percentage is just way off target. That means just
not catchable whatsoever.
Whatsoever not catchable. Dwayne Haskins would lead that. No, be the worse than that at 25.4%, and Trubisky is right on his Tuchus at 25%. It might not mean much now.
It doesn't mean much.
Hey, one of those teams are 2-0.
2-0.
No, but my point is that's kind of a going forward percentage? Like, will the wins keep up if he continues to be off target? That's kind of the question here.
I mean, you just got
Pro
to
Football
be
Focus
average.
I don't really
rated-
think
You
it
gotta be
matters
average.
in that.
Pro Football Focus, and we know how wonderful their statistics are. They rated Trubisky the number 1 graded Bear of last week. And I actually didn't think he played too well. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Did you convince Pete?
Pete, I
No,
can't
I'm
convince
just-
Pete.
I'm just
he's
saying.
he's a traditional Bears hater.
No, I picked him last week.
He did pick him
He
last
picked
week.
against him every single.
I just don't
every
believe.
week.
I just don't believe in the offense. I just really don't.
I think the
Oh, I
offense
s-
could put it together. They've showed it in stints, and they just need to put a complete game. Actually, in my opinion, the one thing that scares me is our defense. Our linebackers are not dropping back into their zone and covering. It's driving me crazy.
Mainly, my pick in this scenario didn't have anything to do with Trubisky. Yeah, it was really, which I trust the Bears defense. I just don't think it so far at this early stage has been as good as we expect it to be. And the Falcons do, even though they're 0-2, they do have one of the best offenses in football. I think what can stop that is the Bears pass rush. So that could be the deciding factor. But my main reason really in this game was not Trubisky at all. But you can bring up the question: can he keep up with the Falcons offense? And that's kind of where I hesitate if I were to pick the Bears here. But, yeah, I think
We'll
it'd be
just
a good
blame
game.
the previous 2 weeks on not having a preseason. The defense is going to be lights out like they were the past few years. Trubisky's going to have a mediocre game. Bears win. Simple as that.
Right, you play to win the game.
Exactly right.
Play
Do
to
you?
win
You let the game
Yep.
come to you.
All right, 3 of us for the Falcons, 2 for the Bears.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Old Yeller's not even here.
All right, we're out of the 3rd game here. We got this is a good one. This is a good one. Rams, Bills. Rams at Bills. Josh Allen, man. I tried to tell you guys that.
Hey, I'm waiting.
I did like Josh Allen. I hyped him up.
No. Can we? I'm gonna pull a Pete here. Can we go back to the podcast?
Where you said he was the 5th best quarterback in the NFL? Is that what you
I said he had potential of
This
being
year?
the
For
5th
this-
best.
just
A
this
lot
year.
of
Yes.
ball game.
There's a lot of ball game left.
He is
exactly.
impressive.
His big
Exactly.
playability.
I
is
will
insane.
say this, something
Is
I'm
insane.
gathering from Bills fans here. I love you guys, but something I always said about the Niners fans, what kind of made them unique was we're kind of getting off topic, a little bit off topic, but
We're doing fine. We're doing fine.
yeah.
Just keep going.
The funny thing about Niners fans, and kind of one of a kind, is you can be picking the Niners, you can be believing the Niners, and they're still going to be at the end of the week. I told you, you shouldn't have doubted the Niners. I told you they were going to win. Like, we picked the Niners. I think
I'm taking the Rams.
I think-
I don't know.
You're taking the Rams?
taking
No, but now I think the Bills fans are doing that with Josh Allen. They're like, you doubted Josh Allen. I never doubted Josh Allen. You know, I think they like it. I think they like.
I
the-
doubted Josh Allen. I'm
Yeah.
still doubting Josh Allen.
So you're ruining it.
I'm just not.
Did Danny take the Rams?
Yeah, I'm taking the
I
Rams.
think Riz from the start, you were saying he was just like a
Yeah.
raw prospect, just needed a lot of work. Just a
He's
lot of work.
careless.
That's how he
He's
was on
kind
the
of
Wyoming,
careless
yeah.
with the football still. He's fumbled multiple times now, and he's gotten away with some bad throws.
Wait, did you just say us?
What?
Did you say he's killing us with the fumbles?
No, I said he's.
I thought you just
I said
turned
he's
into a
I
Bills
said
fan.
he's careless.
Oh, careless. All right, okay.
And who did he play? He played the Jets and the Dolphins. Okay, thanks.
Hey,
Thanks,
whoa,
Bills fans. Thanks, Bills
whoa.
fans.
Are you taking the Rams?
Whoa.
I'm taking the Rams. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
He's just
whoa.
a Rams or a
Poop.
I think
He's a Bills hater. Over
I
here.
think.
God, you just hate the Bills.
I
pooped
no.
on
I
him.
just.
Can I speak for you? Because
They're
I chose
just-
the Rams too.
I think. I mean, they have. I just told you they haven't played anyone good. The Rams look pretty solid. I think they're gonna get a lot of pressure on Allen. He's gonna be forced to throw
The battle
some
of 2-0.
turnovers, maybe fumble the ball, and I don't know.
I think the
Rams will win.
matchup on the Rams defensive side is favorable for them. That's why I'm taking them over the Buffalo.
Although I do like the Rams secondary, and that could give Josh Allen an interesting matchup. Pete
Yeah.
brought up he thinks the Rams get that extra pressure to cause Josh Allen to make a mistake. It's definitely possible. You know, Aaron Donald may be the best at getting that pressure in the NFL, but I love the way Josh Allen is moving around and outside of the pocket, escaping that. To me, it feels like he really only has to escape one guy here. And keep in mind the Bills' offensive line, I think, is playing pretty solid for the most part. And then, yeah, I like the way that Josh Allen's throwing the ball. And they got the big playability with Stephon Diggs. And then I look at a lot riding on this is Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano. Hopefully they get back. I'm mainly looking at Tremaine Edmonds. I'm a huge Tremaine Edmonds guy, so hopefully he's back. I think the difference here, and the Rams have been extremely, extremely impressive so far, but I still worry about the Rams' offensive line, and I still worry about, even though Goff's been fantastic, I still worry about him under pressure. I think the difference is Aaron Donald versus I think, a collection of guys that can get interior and get that pass rush off the edge. So I think that's the difference in this one. So I'm going to take the Bills. This is a good one, though. But again, I need Tremaine Edmonds on the field. So we'll see. He missed last week. I think they were kind of playing it safe. Like probably got a little cocky. We're going to beat the Dolphins without him. Let's save him for the Rams. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills as well.
Oh, we got to split.
This is one of the many this week that are just tough. Tough to pick, tough to predict, and got to take the home team.
Old Yeller's going with the Bills.
Oh, okay.
Who is this guy? Picking the Bills like that.
All right. 3 for the Bills, 2 for the Rams. Should be a good one, folks. Next game, Washington football team at the Cleveland Browns. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Look at logo.
Yeah, I switched the logo up a little bit. I think it looks
nice.
It looks better.
It looks nice.
That's a nice good one, folks.
Nice good
Who's going to kick us off?
That's a nice good one.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
Oh, okay.
You're a Browns guy, I feel like.
You're a Browns guy.
No.
You're a Browns guy.
I was a Browns guy for what, 2 years now? I'm gone. But
So
I'm
that
taking
means
the
they're
Browns.
probably going to have great success. this
Right,
year.
that's why I'm taking them, because I'm not a Browns guy, but I'm taking them. You brought up how many just terrible balls Haskins throws. Their defense is fantastic. There's no denying that, but their offense is not going to be able to compete. I feel like,
But it is a weaker defense in the Cleveland Browns.
That's true. But I feel like the Browns' offense showed some signs of life last week. Way better performance than week 1.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from the Browns offense. They did play the Bengals, could be one of the worst defenses in football. Washington, defense I'm not really worried about. We've seen Baker under pressure last year struggle a little bit. Could be a little different system, so that could be a deciding factor. Yeah, it's just, can Washington keep up? Can they move the ball? Both games they've moved the ball in the second half. Can they put a complete game together? I think this one's closer than people think. I'm gonna take the Browns at home, though. I'm really excited about this offense going forward. I think they're getting healthier this week too, so that as a whole they could be a little better. And you see Washington's offense put a full game together. I'm looking forward to Terry McLaurin versus Denzel Ward. That's a good match. It's an Ohio State Buckeyes matchup there. Really excited about that one.
I'm going to lock this into the squeaker of the week.
Oh, that's your squeaker? Oh,
That is the squeaker.
That's the squeaker.
Of the week. I'm taking the Browns.
He's taking the Browns.
I think with Washington's front 7, I think you're going to actually see a coming out party for Austin Hooper this week. So book it.
Well, that'll be about time he shows up.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
they paying him?
What are you going with, Pete?
I'm going with the Brownies at home. I just love how week 1 it's like, oh, same old Browns, and also week 2 like, oh, this is the offense we were looking for. It's like, well, they played the Ravens week 1 and they played the Bengals week 2. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. Like they'll be solid on offense. They could run it with 2 running backs and hit some play action passes, but it's not just going to be that easy as it was last week.
Old Yeller, he's going with the Browns.
Oh,
go
Dogs
Dogs.
guarantee.
Yeah. The dog's going with the dog pound there. So all of us with the Browns. Go Dallas guarantee. We'll see if it works out there. But I'm surprised none of us took Washington. I think Washington can pull it off. That pressure could be the difference there. There it is, the Titans and the Vikings.
What's going on
What's
with the
going
Vikings?
on here? A lot of bad football is going on in Minnesota, and that is why I'm taking the Titans.
Just no faith.
No faith. I mean, this could be a little bit of a trap game for the Titans because the Vikings have talent. They should be a lot better in this, and it's just a matter of them figuring things out. They're not changing anything. There's no urgency. There's a lot to blame. Kirk Cousins is playing pretty darn bad, but and there's a lot of players to blame. But I blame coaching a lot. They're not changing anything, and so maybe they enough's enough. Maybe they come in this game with something different that the Titans really can't game plan for. That's the only thing I can think of for the Vikings. I do think their running game is still one of the best in football. They're just playing from behind, so we can't see that. So I think the Vikings are going to want to get the ball first. They're probably going to pound the rock. They're going to try to score first. I think the problem is I think the Titans are just the better team. The Vikings should be better than the way they're playing, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they're back to normal. I still think the Titans are the better team. The Vikings might I think they do. I think they have the worst interior defense line in football. That sounds like a big day for Derrick Henry. If not, Tannehill proved he can throw, and I think he can throw on the young corners of the Vikings. So everything points towards the Titans here. But like I said, it's got kind of a trap game feel to it, but I just really don't see it.
Yeah, give me the Titans. I mean, Kirk Cousins. I don't need to say anymore. He is really just disappointed this year, so far. But yeah, I think Derrick Henry has a day. Has an absolute day.
I did think he was going to have a day last
I
week.
think he has a
And he
day.
didn't
Well,
really
if you
do
went
it.
back in the podcast from 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Pete was talking about this game in particular. Go
Mm.
ahead
I
and tell
don't
him.
think I was, but
Does this come off? It does. How is that?
let's come on.
Am I matched up?
But anyways, okay.
Are you taking the Titans?
I'm taking the Titans.
You're good.
But I mean, they're playing some ugly ball right now. They're squeaking away with some
Ugly
wins.
ball. What the hell do you call the Vikings?
Yeah.
I mean, they're winning ugly
It
right
is
now.
really hot in here, by the way. I'm dying right now.
It's hot.
I'm dying.
Hey,
You're
it's
yelling
first-
at me and you're two inches
I'm
away.
sorry.
It's the first time the Titans have started 2-0 since 2008. So that's something.
So does that mean they're?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Like
I
they
don't know.
usually they play some close games at the beginning of the year and they just end up blowing it. This year they're playing close
I
games
think
and they're
that
pulling it off.
Might mean a colossal meltdown. I might
Maybe.
switch my pick here.
Maybe. But yeah, I mean, hopefully Derrick Henry could get going. The offensive line could get a little bit more consistent, but they've been doing pretty well with pass protection, and Tannehill's been on fire.
Well, Old Yeller is taking the Titans. He doesn't like it, but he's taking the Titans.
Old Yeller, big, long-time Minnesota Viking fan.
That's true. That's a fact.
Crazy. Well, for me,
Do it.
I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh!
I am taking the Vikings.
You're
I
just a
think,
Titans
Dooley likes
hater.
to party.
You're just a Titans hater.
Dooley likes to party.
I think the Vikings. Yeah, they've had their struggles early this year, but I think that's also early and not having a preseason.
But nobody's had a
Nobody-
preseason.
Nobody's had a preseason, but I think. I
Kirk
don't know what I
Cousins is a nerd.
He is.
You think they're going to get their heads out of their asses?
I think the veterans on this team are gonna find a way to win this game, and I think the Titans are a better team, and I expect them to go a lot further than the Vikings will ever. But I think to your point, you said it was going to be a trap game. I think that's certainly plausible. And
I can see it, but
Hey,
And
we're
I
going to
think-
remember
I
this
think the-
moment.
I
We're
think
going to
the vet-
remember this moment
yeah.
right here, right now.
We're-
As Dan's Pick'em's meltdown.
The collapse.
We're going to remember
He
this
picked
moment.
against the Vikings by himself last week, and that is a big reason he's ahead right now. So now he's picking. So
it'll
Ooh.
just
the
buff out.
Vikings fan just got a lot more confident just because of one man on the planet picking the Vikings here.
Yeah.
That's got to mean a lot.
Dan the man.
Dan
the man.
We
First
change that
Vikings
from
fan.
Danny to Dan the man.
Dan the man.
We could. All right. That's we got. At least we got one for the
Titans
Vikings
hater.
there.
Titans hater.
Mm.
I respect the Titans. I was
Called
really
me a
tempted.
Bears hater earlier.
I never said that.
This is a good one.
Run back to film.
Run it back.
This is a good one here. Raiders, Patriots. Man, those Raiders. I don't know what was more impressive. I don't know what I'm getting more pumped about. The Raiders on the field or John Gruden doing that dance in the locker room after the game.
Right.
That's getting me excited. Patriots, even though they lost, pretty darn impressive. Cam
yeah.
looks like maybe minus that one pick. Cam looks kind of old, a little bit like old Cam again. That's great. Two high-powered offenses, it looks like, so far, early stage. Two high-powered offenses. Both teams, I love that these teams are playing each other because I was talking about this a lot during the week or last week that mainly these coaching staffs, they find ways to adjust, to make things work. You know, the Patriots lost so much talent, and they still just find ways.
It's the Patriot way.
Let's make it work. And the Raiders, they're getting their ass beat by the Saints, and they just make these crazy adjustments to just make themselves way better than the Saints, a very good team in a primetime game. So that it's just extremely impressive by both coaching staffs here. This is a really tough one.
I can start it off.
Okay.
First off, I want to apologize to the Patriots because I've been bashing them to start the year. I didn't think they were going to be anything special with Cam. I think they proved me wrong last week, so I'm taking the Patriots at home because the Patriots don't lose at home.
Oh, that's just untrue.
I mean,
I feel like they've lost at home.
they've
well-
been the more successful team at home over the last
Yeah, we're
several
playing the
years.
percentages here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots, too.
Good job.
After that.
No, I was just giving them a hard time. But
I think the Raiders are.
the Raiders
really good
kind of
too.
took a.
I just yeah.
Yes, they made the adjustments, but they it seemed like they almost were like trying to stay committed to the original game plan for too long, and ultimately it didn't really screw them. They were able to turn it around, but their first couple series, it just even the whole kind of the first quarter just kind of looked weird to me, and that's like you can't do that against a team like the Patriots. They're going to take full advantage. So I don't know. I got to take the Patriots, especially being home.
Old Yeller is taking the Patriots at home here.
Okay.
What's Pete got?
I'm surprised right now. I'm taking the Patriots as well.
I am surprised as well.
Are you taking them too?
I hate that we're all taking the Patriots.
I do too.
I am. The Raiders fans aren't going to be happy. I am on board for the Raiders. I am hyped about them. I'm very excited about them. I'm a little iffy on their defense still, even though they got some big time beasts on there at the same time. I play the matchup game, especially as the season goes on. Especially since we can start to get identities on teams. It's still kind of early, but. I think the matchup favors the Patriots, especially at home. It's going to be a really good game. I am not doubting the Raiders this year. I am hyped on the Raiders. They look like a playoff team, so I'm excited for them. But I think you can I believe you can move the ball on the Raiders. The Raiders haven't been getting too much pass rushing. They have one sack. They got one sack this year, 2-0. But and that could be a factor against Cam. I think Cam can run well on them. Kamara seemed to run well on them. I think the committee. We'll see if James White plays. I hope he plays. Hopefully he's able to. I think he could have a big game if he plays. So we'll see. But things are opening up for Cam and the Patriots. And this offense has no problem. And the Raiders' offense can move the ball. Their offense line's been great. Here's something I look at though. I think one key is if you get pressure on Carr, he's playing extremely good right now. But if you get pressure, he goes from there and kind of falls down quite a bit. I don't really trust the Patriots to get that pressure. But I also noticed the Raiders, Derek Carr kind of picked apart the Saints' corners, and now we're looking at maybe one of the best secondaries in football. I think that could be the slight difference, even though both teams will be scoring. So there's just more matchups that favor the Patriots here, in my opinion. But I like these Raiders. I like the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on board with you. I was thinking the same thing. The secondary for the Patriots is very strong, and I don't know if I'm buying into Derek Carr yet, really.
He's been good.
He's been good.
Yeah, I'm going to lock this in as my squeaker of the week.
Squeaker All right.
Give it to me. Give it to me. There it is.
I don't even know what my squeaker is.
Yeah, you and Pete, we're still waiting.
Oh, I got mine.
It's just in the dome?
It's at the end.
I can't believe none of us picked the Raiders. I feel bad.
I feel bad too, but
they don't care.
No, that's all right.
Is it me or does their stadium look like a Roomba?
Looks like a Roomba.
It does.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like UFO too. I kind of like that.
The beat up Niners versus the
beat up Giants.
Yeah, I guess
on
beat
the
up.
same
No
turf?
Saquon Barkley.
On the same turf.
Giants. What do you mean on the same turf?
Yeah, the Niners have to go back there.
Yeah.
They were
Weren't they just played the Jets there?
They were just
shit.
They were just complaining about the turf there, and they got to go play again there.
Oh, not a good look. Not a good look.
Well,
Who's starting quarterback? Do we know this yet?
Jimmy Garoppolo week to week has a chance to play this week.
With a what? With an ankle?
Week to week does not sound like day to
With an
day to
ankle?
me. So I'm counting on Nick Mullins on this game.
Yeah.
I'm counting on Nick Mullins. I'm still picking the Niners.
Same.
Really?
Slow
I got
your roll.
faith.
Same.
going-
I don't think. I mean, we talked about it. I don't think Jimmy G's that great. He's not terrible, but he's not that great. And
Whoa.
I don't think Nick
Yeah,
Mullins.
Pete's about to get just dragged.
What? I don't think Nick Mullins.
Not by me.
I'm just saying. I don't think.
Talk to
Nick
them,
Mullins
Pete.
is a huge
Talk to them.
step down.
Huge Niners hater over here.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
season.
just kidding. Man, I don't know who I want to take. Who do you got, Riz? Who does Yeller got? Let's figure that out.
Yeah, let's
first.
figure that out.
Old
first.
Yeller has got the 49ers.
Okay.
He's got the 49ers.
That's the easy answer, though.
Yeah. If Garoppolo's out, this gets interesting. I have a feeling Garoppolo plays, actually, but I don't really know. That's kind of a toss-up. I'm still picking the Niners. They still got a very solid defense. They still can move the ball against this Giants defense. The Giants can move the ball. They got to put a full game together. They got to pull a full game together here. It's a tough one given all the Niners injuries, but the Giants may be one-dimensional now too. So it doesn't help them too much. Yeah, it's a tough one because the Giants were really moving the ball against the Steelers at home in Week 1, and that's a really good defense. So
Yeah, I'm not a Deion Lewis guy at all.
it's a tough one,
Did they
actually.
just get Devontae?
Do you think he's going to be ready? He's got to go through his COVID.
I almost want to say squeaker of the week,
Here's the
but if
ball
Garoppolo
He's got to
plays,
go through his COVID test.
Oh, yeah. It's
Who?
like at least going to take 3
Devontae
weeks.
Freeman.
Oh.
Oh, man. I still don't know who I want to take in this one.
yeah, this is tough.
Do it, Dan. Do it.
If Garoppolo is playing, I will take the Niners. If he is out, I'm taking the Giants. Settled.
Well, you can't. You're throwing off my numbers.
I'm taking the
here.
Giants.
All right, love it.
Because as of right now, I think Garoppolo is out.
Okay, even if he's in, you're still taking the Giants.
Well, on here, and then on here, I'm going to switch it. Because that's what you do.
Well, you're gonna let us know, right?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, let us know. That is a tough one, though. That's a tough one, given all the injuries in that ball game. Next, we got the Bengals and the Eagles, 2 0-2 teams. Can Carson Wentz figure it out? What is going on there? He needs to figure it out, and the Bengals' offensive line needs to figure it out. Maybe their defense needs to figure it out a little bit.
Can I just say, Carson Wentz stinks.
He stinks right now.
He
He's
stinks.
pretty bad. Yeah.
Right now, he's pretty stinky.
But he's playing the worst defense in the league.
He still
You
stinks.
think this is the worst one?
I think it is. I think this is a bad matchup for the Bengals. I think it's a good matchup for the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
Ooh, confidence.
I mean, the Eagles' defensive line is their strength, and the Bengals' offensive line is their weakness. I think they're going to get after them. They're going to stuff Joe Mixon. Joe Burrow's gonna have to dig out of a hole there. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. He might be able to do it if he had Diggs, though.
He might have to throw 60 passes.
I was kidding. Yeah, I agree. The matchup favors the Eagles at home. Carson Wentz, like we said, has been extra stinky, but I think he picks it out. I think he has a pretty big game here against this. If he doesn't, we got problems, ladies and gentlemen. We got big problems. Another factor, not only do I think he'll play well, he'll spread the ball out to the weapons. I think Miles Sanders can play a solid game. Not only that, you kind of take a look at what could affect Wentz even more, make him play kind of worse. Is really good edge rush. The Bengals might have one of the worst edge rush units in football. They let Baker have all the time in the world, and that's a beat up offense line over there. I do like me some Joe Burrow. He can get going here, and this actually could be somewhat of a high scoring game. I'm gonna take the Eagles though. Home, I think the matchup favors them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Stinky Wentz as well. But this week for the Eagles is gonna set the tone on what I feel about them for the rest of the year. This week right here, because even if they win, how Wentz looks here is gonna say a lot. Like how Pete said,
It's kind of
debatably the worst defense.
Yeah, but you could almost argue against that, where it's almost like a bad situation for Carson Wentz's reputation, because if he looks good against the Bengals, it's like, all right, he should look good against the Bengals, and if he looks bad, it's a meltdown, it's a disaster over there. So it's kind of a lose. That's not really a lose situation. There's just really no. Just go out there and win.
I think there's issues deeper than Carson Wentz in Philly, but they should be able to pull this off. He's going to get, obviously, the quarterback always gets the majority of the blame when things go bad.
Yeller's going with the Eagles.
Okay.
And I'm going with the Eagles. We'll call that a goat house guarantee.
That's what we call that, ladies and gentlemen.
I guarantee it.
The Bengals could do it, though. They could do it. All right, moving on to the next one. We got the Texans at the Steelers. This seems like a top-tier matchup, top teams going at it, but the Texans are pretty sloppy right now. They're 0-2. Yes, they've played the Chiefs and the Ravens, might be the best two teams in football. Now going against the Steelers, another pretty darn good team here. This is a good one. You can't really look at it by the records.
You almost feel bad for the
I feel bad
Texans.
for the Texans.
Yeah.
This is like a Saturday
Tough
afternoon divisional round.
Yeah, that's what
game.
happens when you win first place.
That's what this gives me.
As a
some
huge
feels.
Steelers guy, I'm going to go with the Steelers because they're at home. I hope the Texans figure it out soon. I just don't think it's going to be this game. I'll hang up with this.
I just like the last matchup. I think there's a huge advantage here. The Steelers have a really, really, really good pass rush, and the Texans' offensive line is really struggling this year. So Deshaun Watson's going to be running for his life in this game. But he pulls off some magic. I was just watching the Ravens game. It wasn't that close, really, but some of the throws he was making, just like with so many guys like in his face, is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I believe in the Texans this year. I think their time will come. They'll get going. I love me some Deshaun Watson, and they definitely can win this game. There's just Pete mentioned it. There is a glaring matchup issue here, and that is the difference. Along with the Steelers being home, that pass rush is nasty. It's probably the best in football right now, and they're going. Texans' offense line is disappointing me big time. I think it'll get better as the season goes on, but I thought it'd be better this year because they're finally a unit. Full year at Laramie Tunsil. It's bad right now. It's really bad, and I feel bad for Deshaun Watson. But yeah, that's Steelers pass rush. The difference in this game, I think something that can slow down Big Ben maybe is a really strong secondary. I don't think the Texans really have that. Not that they're terrible, or even bad really, but yeah. So the Texans are gonna have to get a lot of pass rush, which they could. Steelers offensive line a little beat up, so the Texans could get the pass rush, could be the deciding factor there. But yeah, Bud Dupree, I am extremely impressed with Bud Dupree. Yeah, T.J. Watt's the obvious. It's obvious, but Bud Dupree was kind of not really on the bust level, but not too far off, like kind of known as a first-round bust. Very underwhelming. Last year he picks it up. Is it a one-year thing? He looks even better at this early stage run. He's been extremely impressive. So yeah, Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Steelers as well. I'm taking the clear-cut, better, debatably best defense right now. They are unreal.
Whoa.
They're unreal.
They let Jeff Driscoll come back. That's the only thing I'm a little.
That did scare me a little bit.
He started to come back a little bit. Was it? Were they just kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit?
That's what I think it was.
Not a lot of tape on Driscoll.
I was saying that last.
Not a lot of tape.
no, but seriously, I was
as
saying
a quarterback.
I was saying that last week when we were watching the Chargers-Chiefs game. It's like defense just studies so much tape on a quarterback and on an offense, and like they just. I don't know. They get ready to game plan for that, and all of a sudden it's just a quarterback unexpectedly gets in the game, and it's kind of like throws you off a little bit.
That's the Chargers.
That's what I said it as soon as like Herbert was playing really well against
each
the
quarterback
Chiefs.
has their like own like special plays that they're like really comfortable
Yeah,
with throwing. So that's why
we see Herbert threw the ball downfield way more than Tyrod would have too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean defense it's pretty much a guessing game. So yeah, you got to go off the film you watch and kind of try to predict stuff, but. Yeah, Old Yeller going with the Steelers. A lot of goat house guarantee. I didn't expect this many of them this week, but there you go. A lot of those.
It's 2020, man. It's getting wild out here.
Yeah. Well, let's say Old Yeller picks a team by himself, is it a goat house guarantee still?
He's an Old Yeller guarantee.
Yeah, but like if us four are on the same team.
We haven't had that yet.
That's
We'll worry about. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get there. With this
All
one.
right, give us the Colts, everyone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I saw some videos today. That they were trying to say that Darnold's not the problem. He's not the problem, but he's definitely a problem.
Did you see that one throw he had?
It was incredible.
That was insane.
It was incredible.
It was an insane
That
throw.
was like Mahomes.
It doesn't mean
That was
Mahomes
stuff.
Yeah, right.
Situation.
I mean, he is one of the many problems that the Jets have.
The difference between people like see that throw, and the difference between like him and the other good quarterbacks make that throw is those quarterbacks are very accurate and consistently make those big time plays. Like,
and they're single-handedly winning. Like their team, their defense, the rest of their team could be bad, but they're single-handedly winning games.
Yeah.
He's not. Like you're just not.
Just time to find a way. It's time to find a way.
I'm not putting the blame on Darnold. Really.
I'm not putting it all.
Yeah,
but
I'm not
he's
really
definitely
blaming
a lot
Darnold,
See his
but
receivers
I don't
this
think he's
weekend?
really the.
A little banged up.
Oh boy.
Well, that was the excuse for Carson Wentz last year. Now they're all healthy and they're pretty good.
Chris Hogan and Braxton Berrios.
He's definitely better with better receivers, but
exactly.
thoughts on the Colts? Like, what are they going to give it to him?
It was a good bounce back.
Can somebody get the ball to T.Y. Hilton? Is he alive?
He's dropping the ball.
I know.
He's not used to that little.
It's concerning.
Yeah, Paris Campbell was looking good. Now he's out.
Yeah,
Colts.
I'm worried about the receivers for the Colts, and worried about their secondary a little bit too. I mean they look good against the Vikings. I don't want to start bashing your team.
Go ahead.
They did look good, but
the secondary had an easy job.
Yeah, it's
Such
still
a Vikings hater over here.
it's still
Wow.
it's still a big question mark though for the Colts, the secondary.
You see what the Vikings were in the power rankings? 29.
Especially with
your power rankings?
Would you ever guess that the Vikings would have at 29 next to their name? I don't think anybody would have guessed it.
Oh my God.
Malik Hooker's out for the year too, so that doesn't help.
That doesn't help either. What if Darnold just pulled it off here?
Good.
I think it's possible. I think
They need Crowder.
I think you can't get too hyped on the Colts based on last week. It was a good win, but you can't have too many takeaways from that. But yeah, I like the Colts here. I think they'll spread it out. They'll run well in this game. Phillip Rivers will be able to air it out. I want them to come out attacking in the air, come out passing, and then start running the ball. Kind of run that ball in that kind of that range where Rivers would then throw the interception to get the other team back in the game. So that's where you run the ball.
That's a good idea.
I think the defense can make enough plays here. Jets I feel like we're all in agreement. Right now, they definitely could pick it up, but probably the worst team in football. So the Colts got to do it. They got to take care of business.
Do it up.
Another Goat House guarantee. What the heck is going on?
I mean, that one's a given.
What do you hate Goat House guarantees? It's a guarantee.
Right.
Panthers at Chargers. It sounds like if he's healthy that Anthony Lynn wants to go back to Tyrod Taylor.
Coaching losing football. That's what he's doing.
He said Herbert was a backup for a reason. I don't like the sound of that.
What?
I don't like the sound
Well,
of that.
Herbert was drafted that high for a reason. You don't draft a backup that high.
Yeah, that's where he. Yep.
I don't like that at all. He can't. That's it. When did he say that?
After the game.
What?
So they might go back to Tyrod Taylor if he's healthy because Herbert was the backup for a reason. They were starting Tyrod. I wish he would have said.
They'll have a thin leash, though.
Yeah, I wish he would have said Tyrod was the starter for a reason, rather than Herbert was the backup.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
a
that's what
difference
he.
here.
Maybe that's what he meant.
Probably
And he
what he
just kind
meant.
of.
The
Messed
reporters
it up.
are kind of mixing it up there,
Yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
Or no, he messed it up.
He
and
messed
just
it,
didn't
yeah.
realize what he said.
The reporters could be assholes though too, so maybe they jumbled
That's
it up
true.
a little bit. So who knows?
No Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Mike Davis and don't sleep on Curtis Samuel. He was a running back at Ohio State.
Oh.
He can make it happen. Panthers offense seems like high powered, which is pretty crazy because that was kind of like the question was, is Teddy kind of like a premium game manager? But they seem pretty high powered, but then they have those like turnovers too at the same time. So it's odd. But they could score. Now you take away McCaffrey. I still think they could score, but that's one of the best players in football out. The defense, I don't know. I think each of us has thrown out who's the worst defense in football during this video, but I'm gonna say the Panthers might. I'm not might. I think the Panthers have the worst defense in football. I think it's a rough secondary. They have 0 sacks on the season.
What about Gross Matos?
0. Gross Matos, his time will come. I don't think it's now. 0 sacks on the season. And that could be. I don't know. It's tough because Tyrod couldn't really put up points in the Bengals, who have Pete said is the worst defense in football. One of the worst defenses in football there. So maybe that is a good thing for the Panthers, a team that won't score a whole bunch on us, and we can score even if they're a pretty good defense. So the sound of that makes it sound like the Panthers have a shot there, and they definitely do. If McCaffrey was playing, I probably would actually pick the Panthers if McCaffrey was playing. I'm going to pick the Chargers, though. I don't think that's just enough that they're missing there. I do like the Chargers' defense, and then they get even if Tyrod plays, I think they get more offense. They get more offense going in the Bengals game for sure. I think, yeah.
Same here. I think I'm on board with you. Like if McCaffrey was in, I'd be taking the Panthers, but I'm taking the Chargers.
I was putting you over to the Panthers.
Bolt up.
Bolt up.
Haven't said that in a while.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well.
Taking the Chargers as well. I think the defense of the Chargers is just going to manhandle the Panthers' offense.
Yeah? Is this another Goat House guarantee? It is.
Whoa.
Old Yeller. Chargers. A lot of these Goat House guarantees on games that could really go either. Wait, is that an Old Yeller call or is that
That's a Goat House guarantee call.
Yeah.
The new one.
Bucks and Broncos. Let me give you Old Yeller's first here. This is pretty interesting. Kind of, because he is going with the Bucks, but he says I think this is his squeaker of the week. This is the toughest one to pick. The toughest one to pick of the week, according to him. And I thought that was interesting because the Bucks are going to start heating up, and the Broncos are really, really beat up. And Jeff Driscoll's at quarterback. Don't want to doubt the guy really, but I kind of doubt the guy a little bit.
The tape's out on him now.
Tape is out. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm going to take the Buccaneers. I think that, with all these offensive weapons at the Buccaneers, they're going to get Godwin back, by the way. All these offensive weapons, and they're getting Fournette going. I think the strength of this team is the defense. I like this defense a lot, but the Broncos' defense could be it's still really good. It could be the difference in this game, but I'll take the Bucks.
So Old Yeller takes the squeaker of the week.
Yeah.
I'm going to lock this in as the ass beating of the week. Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks.
Ass beating of the week.
There it is.
All right.
I just had to use it, Somebody had to use it.
Yeah, give him the Bucks as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, Broncos fans. I'm sorry.
I mean, if Bortles was starting.
No, I'm just saying.
I kind of like Bortles for the Broncos.
I'm just saying. Like
Look at
we had all these. We've been hyping him up.
It's been rough, yeah.
We've been hyping him up all off season, and all these injuries hit.
A few of us had him making the playoffs, right?
I definitely had him in
7 seed.
Yeah.
Had him in there.
Shit happens, man.
So we're sorry.
We're sorry.
It's our fault.
We're sorry.
All of us for the Buccaneers. The next game, Lions Cardinals. If you remember, they played last year and they tied.
They tied.
They tied.
Classic Lions.
A lot has happened since then.
Yeah, a lot has happened. And one team got significantly better,
right?
And that's the Cardinals. And that's why I'm picking the Cardinals. Kenny Golladay should be back. Matt Stafford. Listen to this one. 11% of his passes are drops.
Not good.
Not good. Kenny Galladay's back, though. That should clean it up a little bit. Patrick Peterson looks like an old man. Kenny Golladay might beat him up a little bit. So I think that could be a reason to side with the Lions. I think this could be a high-scoring game. I just trust the Cardinals a little more on both sides of the ball. Pass rush, I think, will be a factor in this game. I like the Cardinals a little more. It's more than just Chandler Jones. And look at that. They got Devon Kennard, who I thought had a really good game last week. He came from the Lions. The Lions turned him, Matt Patricia turned him from a off-the-ball linebacker to an edge rusher. Looked pretty good, but then the Lions let him go right away. Cardinals get him. Now he's going to be rushing at Matthew Stafford and his old team there. Devon Kennard gets the job done. Cardinals win. Mainly Kyler Murray gets the job done. But
give
yeah,
me the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think everyone's doing that.
Yeah, I think
I'm
everyone's
pretty sure.
Did you see that slow motion video of him
everyone's
just, like,
doing what?
doing that
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
We're all picking the Cardinals?
Well, I don't
We're
know if I
all on
told
the
you.
train right now.
All right, this is a little easier if I do that like this.
Did you
There
see
you
that
go.
video? That slow motion of Kyler just like doing that weird like stutter
That
step.
little high step.
Yeah, that was dirty. That was so dirty.
Yeah, he's
He's unreal.
right now he's got to be second in the MVP.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a
You
beast.
know who's number one, though, right?
Trubisky?
Russell Wilson.
Oh
Danger,
yeah.
I would disagree with the second.
What?
Trubisky is second?
Right. Kyler Murray second? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kyler Murray second, but
Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
Russell Wilson, Rodgers is
I
up
said
there.
Russell Wilson's first. I said Kyler Murray second. He's playing unreal.
So is Rodgers, though.
Rodgers is playing unreal.
But Kyler's got
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
weapons where Rodgers really.
Kyler's got his legs.
Who gets the Stinky Award, Cousins or Wentz?
Oh.
Thank God it's not Trubisky.
Probably Cousins.
They're okay.
Is Cousins the worst quarterback in the NFC North right now?
In the NFC North
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I think you have to say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's better than Trubisky.
Right-
like
no, but
a
right
lot-
now.
a lot
Right
better,
now.
but
Right now.
right now, yeah,
We did it, boys.
Things you love to hear.
We're back.
We're back.
we did it.
Oh,
Cowboys, Seahawks. How about them Cowboys?
Oh.
Cowboys are throwing me.
It's the
they're
Jamal,
throwing me
Jamal
for a loop.
Adams Bowl. That's what
The
it is.
Cowboys fumbled the ball 5 times within 20 seconds. No, that's not accurate. A little bit of exaggeration. But they fumbled the ball 5 times in no time last week. I don't think that's going to happen every week. So I'm not really taking the slop in the beginning of that game too seriously. These are two defenses that are a little, we're a little iffy on them. They're not so hot right now.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks.
That damn Russell Wilson, he's so hot right now.
He's
got to
so
take.
hot.
He is
so
spicy.
hot.
So hot. Right
That Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think the difference. I think 2 high-powered offenses that I think are contenders here. I think it's a high-scoring game. So who makes that extra play on defense there? I think the Seahawks do. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks, even though again offensive game. I think having a guy like Jamal Adams. I think he can make that extra play. Also, look, the Cowboys' offensive line's pretty beat up. Well, Seahawks' offensive line isn't good. Russell Wilson's used to that, though. That's where he makes the plays. So I think the Cowboys' offensive line beat up a little bit. So I don't think it'd be too much of a factor because they'll still be able to push the ball. But it might help the Seahawks make that extra play. But it's gonna be a good one, folks. Gonna be a good one.
I cannot wait to watch this game, but I am taking the Seahawks for MVP Russell Wilson.
Zero,
Yeah,
zero
kinda.
career MVP votes.
Yeah, no, he's got mine, man.
0.
Yeah, he's got mine.
I'm going to continue to say it because it's just wild.
kind of disappointed in the Cowboys to start the season. I mean, I think they'll turn it around, but I mean, they did. The Falcons,
They shouldn't have won that game.
no, I mean the Falcons just choke
Yeah.
games. That's just what they do. But yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks at home. I just trust them way more.
I can't believe it's another one. I can't believe it.
We had some earlier, but like a lot of these games are getting a little easier to pick at the end
I
here.
don't know.
Once we get to
Until
the
we
middle of the
get to
season, it's
the
going to be
end.
different. I think that right now we're still trying to finger these teams out a little bit. We're trying
Yeah.
to poke and prod and see what's going on.
What happened to me?
I don't know.
We
here
have
we
2
go.
squeakers to go, guys.
Here we go.
This is my squeaker of the
Thank
week.
you.
Here it is.
Thank you.
This is the squeaker of the week for me, and whoo, that's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one in New Orleans. The Saints look a little, they didn't look too hot there. In the beginning of the game, they did, but against the Raiders, yeah, I'm kind of like back and forth on this one really because it looks like you can throw on the Saints. Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball all over the place right now. It looks like you can throw the ball on the Saints. I think Waller was a mismatch nightmare though. Especially when he was coming from in line, and I don't know if the Packers really have that. So I said something that sided with the Packers. I'm saying something that kind of sides with the Saints.
What are you doing?
What is he
And
doing?
What is
then
he doing?
What
I'm
is
not
he
even
doing?
done yet. I'm not even done
He's
yet.
not even
really.
done yet.
I think these running backs could have a pretty big. Aaron Jones looks like the best, only through 2 weeks, but looks like the best running back in football. His receiving ability is kind of taking the next step as well. But I think the Packers. I think a big problem with the Saints was they couldn't throw the ball downfield against the Raiders for some reason. Drew Brees couldn't do it. And the
No
Packers
Michael
got
Thomas.
yeah. Packers got a really good secondary, so they're not going to allow that to happen. But I think the Packers' weakness on defense is kind of that small ball, getting, that running back, running the ball, but catching the ball in the backfield as well, and that's exactly what the Saints have. So you're kind of back and forth here. It's so weird because we've seen the Saints kind of look bad early, like usually it's week 1 sometimes, but it doesn't really affect them long term. But I don't think I've seen this Drew Brees. It's only based off one game, but it's a little concerning. I can't say it's really concerning. I can't say it's not concerning at all. It just looked awkward, the way he was throwing the ball last night. I'm gonna trust Aaron Rodgers in this one more than Drew Brees. That is the difference. Aaron Rodgers make that extra play. I think you can throw on the secondary of the Saints. I think Aaron Jones has a good day. On the other side, I do think Kamara has a pretty good day. Something to monitor though, Devonta Adams has a hamstring issue. It sounds like it's very minor. Like I'm very confident he's going to play, but sometimes those things like pop back up and he's got to come off the field after a couple snaps. So that's what I'm worried about a little bit. But yeah, Devonta Adams if he's healthy, is going to be a major problem, I think, for the Saints secondary. That could be the difference there. It is hard to see the Saints losing 2 in a row, but that's really not a reason to pick them. I'm going to take the Packers in the squeaker.
Well, I'm going to guarantee this that it won't be a goat house guarantee, so I'm taking the Saints. I honestly I could see the Packers winning this, no doubt, but with my gut, I'm taking the home team on this one.
Okay. Give me the Packers.
Whoa.
And that Aaron Rodgers.
Taking Rodgers.
Yeah,
He's an angry man.
Give me the Packers as well.
Whoa.
I just think Michael Thomas is a huge loss for the Saints right now. I mean, Drew Brees. We already talked about it. We talked about it last year. I think he lost his arm strength. Really, they put Taysom Hill in there to throw some deep balls. But his game is really just like those quick routes to Michael Thomas. They put Michael Thomas all over the place. Put him in the slot. He's just perfect at running those slant routes and those crossing routes, and that's all they do is hit him. They don't have him to do that.
Old Yeller, he's on board with Danny. He's taking the Saints there.
Welcome to the club.
Taking the Saints. It's tough to see the Saints losing another one, but these Packers look good. It's going to be a great one in New Orleans too. That makes it that much more interesting, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. I think it's something I didn't mention too. I think pass rush. The Packers' offense line is actually a little beat up. If the Saints really couldn't get a pass rush on the Raiders because they adjusted and they were throwing the ball so quick. So they couldn't really get a pass rush. They might be able to get a pass rush against the Packers, but Rodgers has been getting the ball out extremely fast. And we'll see if the Packers' pass rush can get going here. But yeah, that's going to be a great game. Going to be a great game on Sunday nights.
How about this one?
But how about this one? Monday night football. The best 2 teams in football, I think. The Chiefs at the Ravens. 1 and 2 in my power rankings. So winner's going to take all here, you would think. Yeah. The Chiefs had a little bit of a scare last week against the Chargers. They've had a little bit of scare, but they look like they're normal selves there to come back and win that game. The Ravens dominate the Browns. They dominate the Texans. Ravens offensive line, though, if I had to kind of pick something out that, maybe a tiny bit iffy on there is Ravens offensive line does not look the same, but we'll see if they figure it out there. But, yeah, this is going to be a heck of a game. Mahomes versus Lamar. Yeah, anybody want to go?
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs.
You're taking the Chiefs?
Taking the Chiefs. I just, I don't know. I just got them with the edge here. I mean, it's tough not to take the home team here. But, I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, I think, is going to have a day.
Against that defense?
I believe so, yeah.
Crazy, man.
I believe so.
Ooh, this is tough.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Dan's taking the Ravens.
I think you can game plan against Mahomes as best as you can, but it's still very difficult to game plan against Lamar Jackson. So I think, and especially being at home, that's why I'm giving them the edge. This would be a good squeaker of the week.
Yeah, this is my squeaker.
No.
This is your squeaker.
Yes, sir. I still don't know who I'm picking. I'm just kind of going back and forth, honestly, because the Chiefs, it's just the way they do it. Even though it seems like they're not playing well, they always, as soon as it comes to the end of the game, they just show up and they pull it off. That's why it just scares me. I have a feeling the Ravens are gonna pounce on them early, and then all of a sudden the Chiefs are gonna come back and make it a close one. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens here. Yes. I'm feeling them.
He's feeling them. Yeah.
I think they're on a revenge tour.
I'm taking the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens. I love this defense right now. This defense is ridiculous. I'm going to get a little wild here. This might be the best cornerback duo in NFL history. Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. NFL history. Think about how hard it is to play corner in today's NFL and what these guys are doing. I think they complement each other very well. And it's Mahomes is the best player in football. It's so hard to stop that. You can slow it down a little bit. We've seen the Chargers kind of do it, and the Ravens are very good at disguising blitz packages there, blitzes. So I think they can make that defense can make that extra play. I'm not going to say they're going to shut down the Chiefs or anything even close to that. They can make that extra play. I think the way to beat the Chiefs is kind of getting going early, especially in the run game. Just run it down their throats, the Ravens they might be the team for the job there, and they're at home on top of it. I do think the Chiefs will look impressive. I did pick them the Super Bowl. I'm not going away from that. I think in this game, I like the Ravens, but it's gonna be a heck of a game here. And to end it here, Old Yeller is going with the Ravens. Junior all by himself over there.
Yeah, what can you say?
Brave man. Sometimes
Brave
it helps out.
What can you say?
man.
Trying to make some strides here.
Not a bad choice, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Squeaker.
It's the squeaker. That's all the games, though. That's week 3 for you guys. We're back every single week with this video. Also have score predictions. Junior has his score predictions on the Patreon. I got my locks of the week on the Patreon. Plenty other videos, including updated power rankings as well. You're going to want to follow that Twitter. You're going to want to smash that like button if you enjoyed. And subscribe, turn notifications on. We got you covered throughout the whole season. We're trying to get that 60K goal, so you can help us out there. We much appreciate it. Do it.
Do it.
All right, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.